Begin in easy seat. Take a moment here to set your mind and heart on a fierce dedication for your practice ahead. Whether it's something you offer to yourself or another, let it spark a fire, lighting all your poses from the inside out. Deepen your breath through the nose. Inhales, expand your rib cage. Exhales, contract your navel. Reach down and roll your sit bones wide, coming into a more solid foundation. From here, lift your pelvic floor muscles and engage the navel in and up to support your breath and all your poses. Keep this core connection activated at all times until you rest at the end. This helps you create heat, core strength, and more possibility within every pose. Inhale here through the heart. Exhale out from the navel. Bring your hands together at your heart at Namaste. Coming here to center, offering this practice to whatever you choose, opening your heart wide. On your next inhale, reach your arms out and up. Bring your hands down to Namaste at the heart, pulling all of this energy you put out every day back into center. On your next exhale, begin twisting to the right, using that core connection to help spin and open the heart. Place your right hand behind you and your left hand on your knee, supporting the twist. And on your exhale, look gently over your right shoulder. One more deep breath here. On your next inhale, reach out and up. Draw all that power back down into the heart, and activating from the navel, spin to the left. Breathing in, and on the exhale, deepening the pose. On your next exhale, bring that right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale to lengthen up, exhale to spin. Nice energizing and detoxifying posture, so stay nice and tall in the spine. Come gently back to center, reach out and up. Pull that energy and intention back down to the heart. Hands onto the knees. Inhale, arch forward. Exhale, rounding in for seated cat-cow. Inhale, waving forward from the root to the crown. Exhale, returning back to center. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, drawing your navel way back to the spine. Inhale, shoulders on the back, heart reveals. Exhale, contract inside. Begin a little more movement here now. So as you inhale, really stretch. And as you exhale, maybe the knees can lift from the floor. Inhale, reach up, completing that wave to the spine. Exhale, fists of fire to the low side waist. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fists in. Maybe the feet even lift now. You're so drawn to center. Perhaps inhale, expressing up onto the knees. So inhale, play with this. Get a little wild. On your exhale, draw back and in as much as you can. Inhale, open forward. Reach and stretch. Exhale, fists of fire. Good. Place your feet on the floor and inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean back a little farther, fists in. Inhale to open the heart. Exhale, drawing navel to spine. Inhale, exhale. Good. Let these poses really move your intention into reality as you move from the inside out. Lean back and wave from side to side here. And drawn in and up, hang on behind the knees. Open heart. Use that core connection to lift your shins parallel to the floor for held Navasana. Begin Navasana pulses, so as you inhale, reach out. On your exhale, use the navel and pelvic floor to pull in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw in. Use your hands on the knees at any time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. So as you inhale, stretch away as long as you like, and as you exhale, press all of the air out, more than you think. You can even over time go all the way to the floor and pulse back up, so go at your pace. Exhale. Inhale, stretch. Exhale. Good. Cross your right ankle over your left. Inhale, stretch up. Hold here for a moment. Heart open. Creating that bonfire at center that will take you through the rest of the practice. Place your hands forward on the mat and hop or step back to plank pose. Bounce the hips just a little bit, lifting the navel towards the spine and scooping your tailbone long towards the floor so you're held at the center of the pose as well as the arms and legs. Heart opens forward. Place your knees down here and bow back to child's pose, opening the low back from all the core work. Inhale through the back of the heart and exhale, relax. Begin in child's pose. Take a deep breath through the back of the heart and the rib cage. And on your exhale, draw up through the navel, plant your hands at the front of the mat, and we'll move into plank pose. Make sure your middle fingers face forward and your wrist creases are clear, parallel to the front of your mat. Draw strongly up through your navel and scoop the tailbone a lot. Be here building stamina and endurance. And on your next exhale, draw back through the navel and press into downward facing dog. Wave through the spine, reaching your rib cage and shoulders farther forward, and then set those arms and shoulders lightly onto the back, relaxing your head and evening your feet onto the floor. Lightly lift your navel and low rib cage, drawing into the inner body. On your next inhale, scoop your tailbone, draw into your navel, and wave your heart forward into plank, moving into these core plank waves, drawing back through the navel, downward facing dog. Generating these movements from center creates tapas, the fire of transformation. So inhale, wave through the spine. Exhale, pick it up through the low ribs, the navel, and spread long in all directions. Curl the tailbone, inhale forward. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Curl the tailbone, inhale forward, keep the navel strong, the heart opens. Exhale back, downward facing dog, so the shoulders stay lifted onto the back, not collapsing. Everything spreads from center. Good. From here, bend your knees. And exhale, take little or big hops forward, Shakti kicks, kicking the heels to the sitting bones. On the exhale, a lot of power coming into the navel. On your last one, hop yourself forward lightly. Inhale, open to a long spine, and exhale, fold, gentle forward bend. Bend the knees if you need to here, and reach your heart down towards the floor. Relaxing the head and shoulders. From here, draw up through the navel and reach straight forward. Bend the knees here if this is a lot for your lower back, but pull up into your core power, extending through the top body, the arms, and the lower body and legs in all directions, but holding center strongly. Straighten your legs over time. To move to stand from the core, scoop that tailbone down and begin reaching up through the navel so much it generates you to come up to stand. And bring your hands down to your heart at Namaste. Inhale here. Exhale, release your hands to your sides. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, draw the navel in, folding over your long legs. Inhale, offering your heart forward, strong at the navel. Exhale, plant your hands and step mindfully back, downward facing dog. Draw the shoulders onto the back and activate that low rib cage in. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Turn the toes, leg, and hip down to square the hip and access that navel lifting more. Inhale, lift the heel a little higher. And on your exhale, draw your knee to your chest, core plank, hover and hold. Inhale, lift the leg high. Exhale, draw the knee in, rounding up, up, up through the spine, lifting your hips high. Inhale, lift the leg. This time, exhale, knee to chest, and use that height and strength to step the right foot slowly to the right thumb. Pull that back heel forward over the ball of your foot and press straight down to activate and lift your leg and hip, moving energy, making space. And into that space, pour the tailbone down, lift up through the pelvic floor and navel, wave into yourself, and from center, reach out and up, high lunge. Inhale, opening the heart. Exhale, fists of fire to the side waist. Inhale, reaching up, more breath. Exhale, more navel. Inhale, reaching up, back leg is strong. Exhale, fists in. Inhale, bring that fierce intention here as you move. And with this fire, blast away anything that you're not needing right now to move through your practice with integrity and grace. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fist draw in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, keep that front thigh pretty low as you inhale here and draw in deeply, opening that lower back. Inhale here, plant your hands on the mat and step back, plank pose, held at the navel. Begin here to pull your heels and heart forward, elbows directly over wrists, lowering down an inch or even to halfway all the way into Chaturanga Dandasana. Point the toes and with slightly bent elbows, roll the shoulders onto the back and come to a high cobra. Good. Slide the skull back, neck is open. Tuck your toes underneath you, and as you move back to downward dog, generate that movement by pulling in the front body, ribs, low navel, drawing into the pelvic floor so you help support the low back. Here in downward facing dog, lift your left leg high. Turn the toes down, activating the inner thigh strength as well as the outer thigh strength. Draw up through the navel and extend through the heel. Inhale, lift a little higher. And exhale, core plank, knee lifts in and up, shoulders over the hands. Inhale, lift the leg high. Exhale, draw the knee in and up, so get a nice lift, knee lifts, hips lift. Inhale, reach the leg. Exhale, this time, hover and hold. And step that left foot inside the left thumb. Bring the toes and fingertips in line. And set the back heel over the ball of the foot here. Press straight down and activate the back thigh to lift, so making a lot of space in the hip joints here. Draw in and up through the navel. So your fingertips lighten, come up, you roll in, opening your heart wide, and letting that be a nice, natural lift through the hands and the shoulders, releasing and reaching up. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, fists of fire. Inhale, reach. Exhale. So if there's anything you need to throw into this fire right now, go for it. And maybe breathe a little bit louder too. So a really nice, courageous intention. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, draw the navel back. Keeping those hips centered. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Good. Deep breath reaches. Exhale, plant your hands at the front of the mat. Use that core connection to step back into downward facing dog, walking your knees in place. Inhale, wave, forward plank pose, pull the energy up. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Open up through the heart, gently bent elbows here. Exhale, tuck in and wave back, downward facing dog, making every transition another pose. Draw those shoulders onto the back, step your feet together behind you. Bend your knees here. On your exhales, hop, Shakti kick 1. Exhale, kicking up 2, maybe a little higher this time than you did before. Using that navel power, jump gently forward. Inhale, offer your heart. Exhale, fold it down, Uttanasana. Inhale, swan dive out and up from the navel. Exhale, pull it all back into the heart. Namaste. Inhale, stretch out and up. Exhale, dive over your strong center, Uttanasana. Inhale, wave the heart forward, offering. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. From the navel, extend forward, plank pose. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog, diving in. Inhale your right leg high, moving with the breath now. Exhale, right knee up to core plank. Inhale, lift the leg high. Exhale, core plank 2. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, step forward, 1 breath out. Come in and up, high lunge, reach. Exhale, fists in. Inhale, stretch. Exhale. So get that breath really moving as you inhale up and exhale, but slow the breath so you're fully inhaling. This time, open out warrior 2, grounding the back heel and centering your rib cage over the pelvis. Inhale, float it up. Exhale, deepen the posture. Inhale, as you float up, draw your navel in. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, navel in, low back long. Exhale, float it down. Good. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Take a very deep breath here. Exhale now, deeper into the pose while still maintaining that pelvic floor lift and a nice active navel to spine. Front thigh can come near parallel to the floor. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Use the navel center to lift and reach back, downward facing dog. Wave that energy forward into plank pose, lowering down chaturanga. Good, waving up through the spine, offering the heart. And exhale, curling in and stretching back through the heels. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, core plank 1. Find the rhythm of your breath now. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step the foot forward. Come in and up, reaching to the sky. Inhale, opening the heart here and begin fists of fire on your exhale. Keep Mula Bandha or the pelvic floor lifting a lot, containing all this prana and energy from your practice. Exhale. Inhale. Open it out on your next exhale, warrior 2, grounding through the back heel. And begin to float up and deepen with each breath. So finding your own moment here, with the Ujjayi breathing moving you, the pelvic floor containing the energy, and your intention, the wave upon which all these poses will ride. Inhale, reach up high, and exhale, deepen the pose to your capacity and be here for 3 deep breaths. Front knee squaring forward, gazes forward. On your exhale, cartwheel the hands down, plant your hands, and step back mindfully, downward facing dog. Inhale, wave forward plank and lower chaturanga. This all becoming one movement rather than 3 different postures. From here, pressing up and exhale, drawing in, downward facing dog. Breathing here, open those shoulders towards the sky and lift the navel. And begin to walk in place. Breathing in and out. And on your exhale, bring the knees down and rest in child's pose, receiving the energy of your practice. Begin in child's pose. Reach forward, planting your hands at the front of the mat and using the navel to lift you up, downward facing dog. Root those shoulders onto the back neutrally and lift that navel. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, core plank, lift the knee to chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, core plank 2, the super strengthener, helping to detox you and make you stronger for all of your poses. Exhale, step the right foot to the right thumb. Gently come in and up. Exhale, fists of fire. Inhale, really amp up the breath here. Exhale, everything out. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, reach. Open it out, warrior 2, and right away, right fingertips to the outside of the right foot. Sweep the top arm to the sky for side angle pose. Draw your navel in strongly and lengthen the tailbone down towards the floor. We'll begin core circles here with the top arm moving back behind you, sweeping to the floor, and as you do, roll down, activate the navel, and keeping that, open your heart and arm to the sky. Exhale, roll down, draw the navel and low ribs in, and keep that, expressing the heart. Roll the top arm down. Open, let this be a dance from center and expressing out into the world again, that deep connection. This time open all the way up to warrior 2 and stretch back, reverse warrior. Draw the hip creases back in space and lengthen the tailbone more. Right rib cage rolls up to the sky. On your exhale, cartwheel your hands and lift back into plank pose, navel is holding. Reach forward and down, chaturanga dandasana. Open the heart. Upward facing dog, arms straighter. Exhale, downward facing dog, moving from that front body. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, core plank, pull it up higher. Inhale, lift it. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, down dog splits. Exhale, step that left foot to the left thumb. Wave in and up, reaching the sky. On your exhale, begin fists of fire, moving with the breath. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw it way in. Keep that navel active as you inhale, stretch the heart, and open out warrior 2, immediately into side angle. Left fingertips plant down. Right arm reaches up. And moving the navel back and in, and lengthening through your spine. Begin core circles here. Top arm moves back behind you, and as you roll down, really draw into that front body so the back body can be released. Exhale, back into center. Opening up through the heart on the inhale. Hold here. From the open heart, expand through both arms. Sweep it down this time. Use that core power to reach you up through warrior 2 and immediately back, sweeping the arm over the ear for reverse warrior. That back hip, move it behind you to open space and flow and stretch. Exhale, release the hands to the floor. Step directly into plank pose, and on your exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Wave up from the root, offering. Wave to the root, downward facing dog. Press out through all 10 fingertips. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, core plank. So start to move a little bit more briskly now with the breath. Exhale, 2. Inhale, extend. Exhale, step the foot forward. Ground your back heel this time and come on up, warrior 2. So moving, as Rumi said, from that stable center, we're going to whirl around it a little bit. Clasp the hands behind you, interlacing fingers. Turn the heart forward and begin waterfall warrior. Pull up from the root and the navel. Exhale, let the heart lead down, right shoulder brushing the inside of your right knee. As low or high as you need to go here, find that sense of flow and vitality that comes from moving dynamically over a stable foundation. Bow here inside the right leg and fold, lifting your navel into the spine more and stretching the hands away from the back. Begin to look up. You need lots of navel here, so really go in there. Take the right fingertips outside the right foot. Reach your top arm overhead, side angle. Here from side angle, lift your top arm to the sky and begin reaching the right hip straight back, straightening the front leg towards Trikonasana. We'll begin core circles here, reaching down and up to side angle, and then down and up to triangle. So as you move down, let the navel drawing in and that centered inner body help open the front hip more to create more length in your triangle pose. Circle down, open the heart, side angle. Circle down, open the front leg and the heart, triangle. Be here in Trikonasana now, breathing. Opening the shoulders, opening the heart, but drawing the navel in strongly so you magnetize the navel into your body and the heart flies free. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back, plank pose, and move all that energy through your vinyasa now, up and down through the spine, meeting in downward facing dog. Arms are strong now. On your inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, knee to chest, core plank and lift. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, use the navel. Inhale, reach high. One major exhale lifts you and sweeps the left foot to the left thumb. Ground the back heel. Warrior two. Listening to your body now and moving with the breath. Inhale, turn the heart forward. Open the heart. On your exhale, start folding forward into waterfall warrior. Cascading the spine down, drawing up from the root. And exhale, folding in. A sacred moment, so move with refinement and integrity. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bow into your practice. Lifting the navel. Scoop that left hip back and underneath you to square the knee forward and fold a little deeper. Come up to a long spine, activating that belly up into the body more and reach the heart. And take the left fingertips outside the left foot. Reach your top arm overhead. So the more you draw that front body in, the more expansiveness you're going to have in that outer front hip so you can draw it back, straightening the leg to Trikonasana. Bend the front knee as you core circle the arms down. Inhale, circling up Trikonasana. Bend the front knee, draw into the navel, open side angle. Every time you draw into center more, you get more freedom. On your next inhale, it's Trikonasana. Bend your front knee, draw in, and reveal the heart, side angle. Circle it down, straighten the front leg more, transforming your poses. Be here, breathing in triangle. Take the top rib cage down towards the bottom rib cage and let the whole spine lengthen as the tailbone grounds down. On your exhale, bend your front knee, plant the hands, and move through this vinyasa with your own breath. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale, lift. Exhale through center, step the foot forward. Ground the back heel and open up warrior two. each time moving through a little deeper. Now turn your toes out about 45 degrees, heels in, coming into tempo pose, hands to your heart at Namaste. Lift the pelvic floor, and as you inhale, circle the arms out and up and draw all the energy to the heart and the core, fists in. Reach out and wide. Draw it back to the heart and fist to the navel. Reach out and up. Be in the powerful moment with the breath, centering. It's intense, but it's powerfully intense. Draw it in. Inhale, reach out and up. Every time you exhale, move a little lower, opening the knees to face over the toes. Fists in now. Reaching out and up. Slowly reach behind yourself, clasp your hands once again, opening the chest and the heart. Toes face forward, straighten the legs as you fold down into fan pose. Bowing down at the hip creases, keep your heart opening and reaching towards the floor. Wave a little from side to side, bringing some movement into the little muscles along the hips and spine. Plant your hands as you turn the front toes forward. Walk your hands forward and opening that top leg and hip into Ardha Chandrasana. Drawing into the navel. Spread your heart wide and spin it towards the ceiling as you unfurl your top arm. Held strongly at the navel here, the more the tailbone reaches towards the top left heel, the more power you're going to have to create that freedom of the heart. Bend forward now. Bring that left knee into your chest. Clasp a hold with the left hand, and from that strong center, open the top shoulder and press that top leg back into a bound Ardha Chandrasana. Back bend as the skull slides back, opening wide. Standing leg is stable and strong. Now pour forward, fingertips to the floor, top leg lifts for standing splits. Bend the bottom knee if you need to, but press your right hand to the right calf, getting a little more height than the top leg. And exhale, step forward at the front of your mat. Inhale, reach your spine long, offer the heart. 3 undulations here as you exhale and fold. Inhale. And exhale, plant your hands, final time, and try a hop back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Hop a little and step back, but try a little hop, or a big one. And on your exhale, downward facing dog. Next side, inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, core plank. Inhale, repetition is magic, the yogis say, so do this a lot and you'll gain more possibility in every single posture. Exhale, step the left foot to left thumb. Ground the back heel. Open it up, warrior 2. Bring the toes to 45 degrees, heels in. Temple pose here. Keep those knees opening over the toes as you begin breathing. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale as much as you can. Nice big circle, and then exhale, draw it down. Inhale, reach out and up. Hands to Namaste, fists to the navel. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, hug it in. Keep that pelvic floor lifting, though, to contain all of this energy and let it work. Exhale, draw it down. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, clasp the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, and roll the shoulders back. Straighten your legs and parallel your feet forward. Reaching your heart towards the floor and backing your head up so you're not rounding your back much here. You're trying for a nice, straight, open spine. Good. Slowly reach those left fingertips forward, left toes forward, crawl forward, and using that navel strength, open the right leg, hip, and arm to Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. The more stable you are at center, the more you can offer your heart here, so play with that as you breathe. Gently square the hips, draw your right knee into your chest, and clasp a hold of the ankle with the right hand. If you can't quite get this yet, just reach them towards one another and work at it over time. Begin rolling your top shoulder onto the back and press that top foot back behind you, drawing the skull behind you as well, creating an open back bend from a solid center. Ground that left big toe mound. Lots of navel here. Offer it. And on your exhale, release. Float the fingertips to the floor, standing splits. Walk your fingertips in as you can, lifting the navel a lot, and that top leg lifts. Resist the urge to round the back here. Keep the spine in its natural curves, long and strong. Plant that left hand behind the left calf and bow deeper as the top leg goes higher. Inhale here more, and exhale, step forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, offer the heart. Exhale, wave down Uttanasana. 3 of these. Inhale, undulating forward. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, undulate. Exhale, this time hop back, Chaturanga Dandasana as best you can. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Connect into your center, and from that navel, dynamically hugging in, expand the limbs, the spine, the crown of the head. Bend your knees here, and press back into child's pose, breathing deeply, resetting your intention and your energy for the practice ahead. Begin in child's pose. Inhaling all the way out into the shoulders and fingertips. Exhale, release into the floor. Begin to walk your hands forward now and move back into your downward facing dog. Root the shoulder blades on the back and lightly draw up through the low rib cage. Walk your feet together and exhale, hop forward into a wide squat malasana, feet behind the wrists, toes slightly open. Bring your hands to your heart at Namaste and just wave from side to side, letting those hips open. Now dig a little deeper, shoulders inside the knees, bowing in, hands to Namaste. Lift your hips and plant your hands forward. So as we learn to fly here, the first thing to remember is to set your foundation and then draw it in and up into your core strength. So squeeze the elbows in, squeeze the knees in, and lift up through the back as if coming into a double core plank. Squeezing in and up, begin walking the feet forward, and eventually, as your elbows come over the wrists, you can reach the gaze and heart forward, hugging in and up. And on your next exhale, coming back into Malasana Simple Squat. Take your right elbow inside your right knee and stretch your left arm up for a simple twist. Reverse that, left arm inside the left knee, right arm reaches up. Exhale back to center. So hug inside the knees as far as you can. Plant the hands forward and lifting the hips. Be sure to squeeze in and up. Remember, middle fingers face forward here and use all the fingertips in. Elbows over wrists so you can really clear those wrists forward and get more power in your pose. Try hugging in and up and then lightly hopping off of your arms on an exhale, just a few inches back. And then move back into your pose. Squeezing in and up, using all of your dedication, try and exhale and hop back a little or all the way to Chaturanga Dandasana. Every time you do that, make it a vision quest and try a little more and chip away at that pose. Move through your vinyasa and meet in downward facing dog. Here in downward facing dog, walk your feet together. And for a super adventure pose, we'll practice hopping back into crow pose. Now, it doesn't matter where you are now, you can do a little bit of this. So bending the knees, open the knees wide as you hop, keep the feet together. Try hopping forward. Maybe eventually you'll catch the knees to the outside of the arms. Play with that for a while. This progression is yours. Hopping forward, hugging in. And it's best to do this on an exhale when your abdominals are the strongest. So over time, you can hop forward and stick this pose in space. Looks magic, but it's built over a process and a journey. So be patient, and you know you're working on it. Come back into crow, hug in and up, really squeeze, full on commitment here. And on your exhale, come down into Malasana, fold forward, and stretch your arms all the way out in front of you, waving from side to side to release the low back and the hips. From here, we'll try a balance, a shoulder opener, and an arm strengthener. So lift your hips a little higher, walk your hands through the feet, and take the right arm underneath the right thigh. Half binding with the back of your hand onto your back, palm facing away. Left arm wraps around the back, and if possible, take the full bind, right hand clasping the left wrist. Straighten your arms more, and as you spin the heart up to the sky, begin now to stretch the legs as straight as they can for a bound forward bend. Feet are now parallel, toes face forward. Stretch there for an inhale, and on your exhale, come back to Malasana, folding in. Lift the hips. Take the left arm underneath the left thigh this time, right arm up and over the back. Clasping for the bind or in the bind. Begin to straighten those legs after the heart is open. So spine first, stretch second. Taking the skull back, open the heart and breathe into the chest and opening shoulders. Exhale, slowly come back to center. Take that twist, right elbow inside the right knee, left arm lifts. Malasana twist, left side, reach the right arm up. Exhale, come back to center. Lift the hips again, widening the feet a little bit this time. Press your hands onto your heels and walk yourself as far through the legs as you can. Let's plant the hands right underneath the elbows, fingers facing forward. Squeeze the elbows in and practice sitting down, hugging into that core connection and looking gently forward. So as you look forward, draw into the navel and lift the hips so you don't let them drop. Squeeze the knees in. Keep the hips trying to lift as you spread the legs wide and the toes reach out. You hug the knees in and the legs will lengthen. Slowly from that pose, Titibhasana, come on down to sit. Pressing down through the hands, exhale, lift your hips up and if possible the feet. Exhale, press down and lift. Low belly strengthener. Really squeeze the pelvic floor on your last exhale, press up, hover, lifting, and exhale, place it down into Sukhasana, easy seat. Hands to the knees as you begin cat-cow here to bring the spine to neutral, opening the front and back bodies equally. Inhale, arching forward. Exhale, rounding in, chin to chest. Inhale, reach your arms out and up to the sky, and draw all the energy back into the heart and center, Namaste. Be sure to clasp your wrists in one hand and then the other, pressing the hand away from the arm bone to open the wrists. Bring the hands back to center at Namaste. Close your eyes, and with a lifting pelvic floor, breathe and let all of this energy work through the body. Bring your mat to the wall. Come into hands and knees, knees underneath hips, hands underneath shoulders. Make sure those middle fingers face straight ahead, wrist creases are clear and parallel to the front of the mat. Ground down through all 10 fingertips, so nice solid arms here, they will soon be your only foundation. Draw your shoulder blades lightly into the body, keeping your heart open naturally. Begin cat-cow here, inhale arching. Exhale rounding in, chin to chest. Inhale like a wave, opening through the heart, looking up. Exhale back into center. Next time you come into this exhale, rounding through the back, tuck your toes underneath you and lift up through that core strength. Walk your feet together and forward so your shoulders are directly over the wrists. Strong fingertips. We'll take 10 hops here. Exhale, heels towards the sitting bones. 2, 3, 4. Keep the arms straight up and down and stable. 7, 8, 9 on the exhale, 10, and come on down. Good. Bow for a moment in child's pose. Keep breathing deeply. So we'll move into this Sadie's 30. It's a strengthening practice, core and arm, and it helps familiarize you with all of your inversions and make them all more possible. Back to hands and knees. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, round in. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale as you round in, lift in and up over the arms for another 10 hops. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. The arms never waver. Exhale. 6, 7, 8. Exhaling 9. Exhaling 10. Good. Come on down and move into child's pose. Bowing in, breathing wide through the back and side body. Plant the hands. Come forward, hands and knees. Tuck the toes. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, draw the navel up. Inhale, arching, opening the chest and shoulders. Exhale, rounding in. Use that power to lift you up over your arms for the last of Sadie's 30. Bend the knees, little or big hops. Seven, 8, lower high, arms stay where you put them. 9, 10, and come on down. Great job. That's not easy, I know. Bowing in. Wave your hips from side to side and breathe deep. So really pump that Ujjayi breath now, bringing lots of oxygen into the body. Slowly come up. This time moving on towards the handstand, but a preparation. Take a couple of cat-cow arches and curls here to move the energy through the whole body and open those hip and shoulder joints. Good. Lifting up over your arms. This time walk your feet in. And strong arms, fingertips really planting down. Lift your left leg high. Keep the shoulders directly over the wrists, squaring the hips, back toe faces down, so you use the inner thigh strength to take a few hops here. Bend the bottom knee, prepare with a straight top leg, hop up. So little hops are fine. Preparation leads to handstand eventually, so you take your time and stay in alignment above all else. If you can hop higher, do it, but if you're wavering that foundational arm strength, it's too soon, so go at your own pace. When you're finished with a few hops, come back to sit, squeeze your wrists out, and breathe. Come back again, preparing for the other side handstand preparation. Right leg extends back. Turn the toes, leg and hip down towards the floor. And on your exhale, lift up through the navel. So it's not all about the legs. You're really pulling up through the front body as the arms stay stable and the heart stays open. Good. Shoulders are on the back now to allow for more shoulder movement. On your last exhale, kick up and then come on down. Rest in child's pose. Squeeze the wrists out behind you. Interlace your fingers. And with elbows drawing towards one another, shoulders on the back, lightly come to the crown of your head and stretch those arms over for a shoulder and chest release. Come back up to sit. Move on to hands and knees, tucking the toes under. Return to cat-cow. Opening long and exhaling in. Good. This time, lift straight up through center. Come over your arms. And this time, you can return to that first variation, staying in alignment and taking some preparatory hops. But if you make it up to the wall, immediately press your feet and legs together. Bend the knees so your pelvis stacks over your torso and hands. Take one leg up to the sky and then the other, really drawing that navel in. and then gently come on down and try it on the other side. Once you make it up to the wall, you bend those knees to give your pelvis more room. You draw the navel in and contract the front body so the pelvis stacks straight and the low back moves long. The sit bones will move away from the wall, and at that point take one foot and shin up towards the sky, holding strong at center the other, and perhaps you'll hover the handstand for a moment or maybe longer. When you're finished with this practice, come back to sit, squeeze your wrists out, and breathe. Find hands and knees, and inhale to arch the spine, exhale rounding in. Inhale, arching the spine, exhale, rounding in. Thread your right arm through underneath the left wrist for a shoulder opener and a spinal twist, releasing out and counterposing those handstands. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Return to hands and knees and take the other side, threading the left arm through behind the right wrist. Right fingertips come up like tree frog hands there, and the right shoulder blade moves back, breathing and opening. Return to center and slowly release into child's pose, resting the neck and head into the floor, finding center again in the midst of all that fiery work. From your back, draw your knees into your chest and slowly rock and roll up to sit. Crossing the ankles, rolling back and forth a little bit at first, and then a little more. Nice massage for your back body too. Come all the way up and bring your knees forward to the front of the mat, tucking your toes underneath you. Come on up, so stacking the hips right over the knees. Bringing your hands to Namaste. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean back, fists of fire. Inhale here. Exhale, draw the navel in and curl the tailbone down. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, engage the navel. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, leaning back, activating the core you'll need to open the heart. Exhale through Namaste, bow forward, and take a moment here, forehead towards the floor, relaxing in, refinding the breath. Slowly come in and up, pelvic floor activated. Press your palms into the back of the hips. If you can, find the heels with both hands, and we'll begin core circles with the arms, reaching the right arm up and back. Feel that stretch. Inhale, lift the left arm up and high. Core is still activated, side waist is long. Inhale, stretch up through the right fingertips, circle and down. And circle the left arm up. That moment of sweet release as the arm circles behind you. Inhale, lifting. Hips stay centered over the knees. Inhale, lift the left arm, circle back and down. Stretch your heart up towards the ceiling and activate that navel as you draw forward and bow. Breathe into the back body. Inhale, slowly come up, hands to the heart at Namaste. Again, hands to the hips for this one, stretching the heart towards the sky, nice and wide, or hands find the heels behind you. Moving now into full camel. Shoulder blades support the heart to lift towards the sky, but the pelvic floor and navel is still very active and the tailbone is rooting down. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale. Moving through center and folding. Bowing to the beginning of this heart-opening practice. From your last bow, move back into plank pose and lower to chaturanga and then mindfully down onto your mat. Bring the forehead to the floor as you bend your knees behind you. Reach back with both hands and clasp a hold of the ankles. Press your feet up, lift the heart gently, and then swim the right arm and leg out, reconnecting on an exhale. Inhale the left arm and leg out. Exhale, reconnecting, front thighs remain on the floor. Inhale, sweep the right side open. Exhale, swimming back. Keep those shins tacked over the legs. Inhale, left side. Exhale, refine the ankles, reaching out. Great back body strengthener, so keep the heart open a lot. Reaching here. Exhale, reconnect left side. Now press both feet back, shins helping the heart to open more. And reaching over time, the toes higher and the knees higher. Exhale, undulate forward as you lower the forehead towards the floor and inhale back up. Exhale, undulate down, pressing back and up, opening that back body. Exhale, strengthening that back body curve and opening the heart. Reach back into that full bow pose and exhale, curl to the floor and press back into child's pose. Wave from side to side, gently releasing any tension in the lower back, and breathe. From here, slowly come back down to a simple seat. And roll down, using your belly strength, slowly onto your back. Feet parallel, hip distance. Heels approximately underneath your knees here for the most power. Reach down into the floor with your palms. Arch your spine on an inhale. On your exhale, curl and wave the spine up. Inhale there and exhale back down. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, curl up. Inhale here, filling the pose. Exhale, down onto the back. Inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, scoop through the tailbone and curl higher. Inhale up through the heart. Exhale, slowly waving down. Inhale, arch the spine here. Exhale, waving it up. This time, interlace your fingers underneath you and roll the shoulders back. Keep your shoulder blades at neutral so you're not pressing the shoulders down away from the ears too much. And lift your chin for a nice natural neck curve. Pressing down through the feet and the arms, lift a little higher and curling up into this bridge pose. Breathe through the front body to open the heart. Release your hands out. Slowly roll down inch by inch. Feel every moment of your spine as it contacts the earth. Plant your hands by your ears as we prepare for a full wheel. Take a seat of this posture and see where you can go in full alignment and then work there. Fingertips face back towards you. Elbows squeeze over the wrists. Come up very gently on the crown of your head and walk those hands so the wrists are directly underneath the elbows and your shoulders drawn to the back. Press down with strong arms and lift up as you can. Keep the shoulder blades on your back here and reaching your heart. Walk the feet in a bit, stretching the heart, but drawing the head back towards your legs so you get a nice open chest here, shoulders and head drawing back, heart revealed. Hold here for as many breaths as you can, and then in alignment, saving enough energy to come down, elbows directly over the wrists. Roll down, place your feet wide, and just gently begin to open the arms and windshield wiper the knees from side to side, looking the opposite way from your knees to complete this very simple, gentle twist. Inhaling back to center, and exhale, knees gently drop to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale, center. And exhale. So keeping some of that softness and release that you find through doing a simple twist, let's try that one more time, this time for a longer hold if you're able. Plant your hands not under your shoulders, that's too far, and you can strain the elbows. Plant them right underneath the elbows as you walk in and draw the shoulder blades onto your back. So that will give you more muscular stability to lift up. Feel free to lift your heels up towards the sky, resting on the balls of your feet only to help release the low back a little bit more. Pressing the heart forward, but the head and arm bones back. Good. Reaching down equally into all fingertips, equally into all sides of the feet. Breathe here. On your next exhale, tuck the chin, solid elbows over wrists, lower down, and release, opening the arms and letting that heart energy move through the whole body now as you gently release the knees over into a twist. So helping to spiral that heart energy up and down the entire spine, opening hips, opening the spine, neck, and shoulders. Walk your feet wide. Knock your knees together to begin releasing your sacrum and low back. Take one hand to your low belly, one to your heart, and breathe here to connect the two with a few more deep, loving breaths. Begin here, feet wide, knees resting together, opening through the low back. You'll need a yoga block for this. I'm going to have my mother give me one, but you might have one already at home. Hi, Mom. Lift your hips and place the block the long way directly at the center of your hips, so not up into the low back, that's a bit high, but right underneath the sacrum. Walk your feet wide and rest the knees together to open space and release energy from the low back and the hips. Turn your palms to face up and spend some time here breathing deeply, receiving this energy that releases from the hips, very powerful root and creative energy. Two variations you might try is walking the feet in, lifting one knee and then the other straight up to help the weight of the leg bones release into your hip joints. Inhale, lift the legs straight for a full body supported inversion. This requires a little more energy, however, so make sure that whichever you choose, you end by releasing with the feet wide, knees together. To let you restore, I want you to be here with your own stillness for the next few breaths. From your final pose, begin walking your feet to hip distance. Lift the hips up, remove the block, and slowly wave down. And remove the block off to the side. Be here on your back for a moment, just gently waving the knees from side to side, allowing that energy flow to increase within you and up the spine. Reach overhead, take a full body stretching inhale. On your exhale, draw your right knee into your chest and make little circles one way and then the other. So moving into a deeper hip and leg release. Bend the left knee, cross the right ankle over, and reach through to interlace your fingers on that left thigh. Hugging in for supine pigeon. Keep the right foot active and pressing into the left knee, even as you draw closer over time. Slowly release the left leg down, clasp your hands this time behind the right thigh, and stretch the legs straight up. Pull down with your hands even as you extend the heel to the sky to root the leg bone down so the inner right thigh drops down. Take your right hand inside the knee, left hand inside the left thigh, and open in two different directions here to expand to those inner thighs. Still active through that right heel. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, come back to center. Extend the left leg long and reach over across the right knee with the left hand. Stretching that leg long, take a twist here as you open up the IT band and outer hips on the leg. Right arm reaches out and gaze towards the right. Take that top hip down even as you stretch long through the leg. Bend the knee in again. Take a half happy baby here as you clasp the inner knee or the pinky toe side of the foot with your right hand, left hand on the hip to root it down. Rock from side to side here, navel drawing down, sit bones drawing down. And then plant your left foot on the floor, right knee over. Let's scoot the hips to the right side of the mat, so as you drop the knees down to a gentle twist or a bound twist, you're straight with the spine and your energy can move optimally. Take your gaze to the right once again and let that right shoulder move into the floor. Breathe gently here, using very little effort and letting the energy move naturally. For another variation, try a scissor twist. Unwind your legs, extend the right leg long, and clasp a hold outside of the knee with the left hand as the right hand catches the left foot. Point the bottom knee away from you and stretch the top leg long. Make sure to drop that top hip down away from the rib cage for optimal stretch. And then returning to center here, hang on to the knees and take little circles into the lower back. Extend your legs out long into a mini Shavasana. Windshield wiper the toes to release fully into the hip creases, and notice your right side. Is it dropped and flowing energy? Reach up and overhead, stretch long through the body. Exhale, bring the left knee into your chest. Roll circles here, releasing out the low back and hip. And then cross the left ankle over the right knee. Bend the right knee in and interlace your fingers behind the thigh. So as you draw the knee in here, press that left knee away from you so you can open that hip into external rotation. Hips plant towards the floor even as you draw in for a nice neutral low back. Come back to center and take that open leg inner thigh stretch. Right hand inside the right thigh, left hand inside the straightening left leg. Press through the heel and the right knee, breathing in. And exhale, deepening the stretch. Come back to center. Reverse that. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Take that leg gently over and long, opening up through that hip, even as you're dropping that top hip down more, providing length for the twist along the left side. Gaze to the left. Bring that left leg into half happy baby, hanging onto the pinky toe edge of the foot or the inside of the knee if you're not quite that flexible yet. Just wave from side to side here, rocking back and forth on the hips. And when there's some release there, take that left knee over the right knee, scoot the hips all the way over to the left, and gently drop into a nice straight alignment, letting your energy spiral organically through the body here as you release and receive. If you're moving on to that scissor twist, unwind the legs, send the left leg straight out, bend the right knee, and with the left hand take a hold. So the right knee works to face straight out towards the front of your mat, and that top leg reaches. Deep inhale right into the stretch, and exhale, release. Extend out, mini Shavasana, left side now flowing and open as much as the right side. Balancing in this inner body harmony, reach overhead, take a full body stretch, and on your exhale, plant your palms directly over your knees and press down through the leg bones into the hips and sitting bones. So you're moving your legs in all directions with the strength of your arms, releasing out into those hip creases, relaxing the thighs, and allowing this prana to move now more freely in this flow than ever before. Finally, stretch your body long for Shavasana, final resting pose. Send your head and neck gently from side to side. Palms face the sky to receive the practice. Pause and rest here in Shavasana, final resting pose, for as long as you wish. 5 minutes or more is excellent for setting the mold of your body into optimal alignment as you cool down. As you relax here, let your thoughts play, change shape, and pass overhead, as impermanent as the clouds in the sky. Exist beyond them, bigger than them, listening inside and making space for your inner teacher to step forward through the open doorway of your attention. Be right here, right now, releasing even your Ujjayi breathing to allow life to breathe you as you. Spend the next few moments here receiving the simple power of what is, the teachings and blessings that are right in front of you and all around. Once you're ready to move out of Shavasana, begin to slowly deepen your breath. Come back into Ujjayi breathing and let your inhales and exhales roll waves across your inner landscape, refreshing your energy and clearing away anything that is no longer serving you. Now's the time to keep what you need and release the rest. From this inner power to decide exactly how you want to experience the moment you're in, begin to move the body, wiggling your fingers and toes, rolling wrists, neck, and feet. Reach overhead and take a full body stretching inhale. Exhale and hug your knees into the chest, rolling circles into your lower back. Move on to one side and pause here, remembering your dedication and choosing how you wish to come back up into your day. Remember, even if it's 11:59 p.m., you can always start it over. Come on up to sit and bring your palms together in Namaste. Reach down and roll your sit bones wide, coming into a more solid foundation. Thank yourself for showing up to move more fully into your inner strength today. Inhale, reach your hands up, honoring all your teachers out there. Exhale, fists into the navel, fold forward, bowing to the teacher within, the most knowledgeable of all. Listen closely to your own wisdom and trust what you hear. Namaste.